The latest addition to the Arlo family of home security cameras, the Arlo Ultra, raises the bar for all outdoor cameras. It's the first model we've seen that streams and records video in true 4K or ultra-high definition (UHD). At $400, it's also one of the most expensive cameras out there, but it's loaded with cool tech including automatic zooming, motion tracking, color night vision, an integrated spotlight and siren, one-click 911 connectivity, a 180-degree field of view and more. It's also completely wireless and a snap to install. You'll have to sign up to one of Arlo's subscription plans to take advantage of all that the camera has to offer, but it still merits our editor's choice for outdoor security cameras. Pros: no wires, weatherproof, detailed 4K imagery with a wide field of view, color night vision. AI-based motion detection, integrated spotlight. Auto zoom and motion tracking, Amazon Alexa, Apple Watch, and Google Assistant support. Design and features: the Arlo Ultra includes the camera, a base station, smart hub, a battery pack, a USB charger and charging cable, a magnetic mount, a mounting arm, and mounting hardware. At 3.5 by 2.0 by 3.0 inches HWD, the Ultra camera is noticeably bigger than the Arlo Pro 2 and just a tad smaller than the cellular-based Arlo Go, but maintains the familiar Arlo shape and white and black color scheme. The weatherproof camera is powered by a rechargeable battery pack that is rated to last anywhere from 3 to 6 months, depending on usage, before requiring a charge. It takes around 3.5 hours to fully charge using the USB adapter and a magnetic cable that attaches to a charging port on the bottom of the camera. Also on the bottom is a button that lets you remove the enclosure to access the battery pack. There's a screw hole on the back of the camera that can be used to attach it to the mounting arm, or you can just attach the camera to the magnetic mount. The Ultra boasts some impressive specs. It uses HDR high dynamic range technology and an 8-megapixel 4K sensor to stream and record 4K 840 by 2 160-pixel video. Other 4K cameras such as the Vivint Outdoor Camera Pro and the Nest Cam IQ Outdoor top out at 1080p. The Ultra has a wide 180-degree field of view and a 12x zoom, and it uses noise-canceling microphones and a front-facing speaker for two-way audio and sound detection. You get 150 degrees of motion detection range thanks to dual motion sensors that when triggered will have the camera send a push notification and/or an email, record video of the event, and store it in the cloud or on a microSD card. Not included, the camera also has an embedded spotlight that will light up when motion is detected if enabled and provides full-color night vision. Or you can disable the light and rely on the two infrared LEDs for black and white night vision if you prefer. Other notable features include motion tracking, where the camera follows the movement of whatever has triggered a recording, auto zoom, where the camera automatically zooms in on the subject, and a built-in 80 dB siren. It should be noted that you can't have 4K streaming and auto zoom/motion tracking enabled at the same time. In other words, if you want to enable motion tracking and auto zoom, you have to disable 4K streaming and settle for 1080p streaming. As with other Arlo cameras, the Ultra requires a base station to connect to your network, but it is not compatible with older hubs and requires the new Smart Hub, which comes with the camera. The good news is that previous generation Arlo cameras will connect to the Smart Hub. At 6.0 by 5.5 by 2.0 inches HWD, it's smaller than the base station used with earlier Arlo cameras, but is packed with wireless tech including Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, Arlo RF, Zigbee, and Z-Wave radios. Most of these radios are slated for future use. Around back are an LAN port, reset and sync buttons, and a power jack. An LED indicator on the front turns blue when the hub and all installed cameras are connected, solid amber when an error has occurred, blinks blue when pairing with a camera, and blinks amber when a camera has lost its connection. The Ultra comes with a free 1-year subscription to Arlo's Smart Premier plan, which gets you 30 days of rolling cloud storage for 1080p video and a bunch of features including smart notifications that can differentiate between people, animals, and cars. You also get Arlo E911, which gives you one-touch dialing to your local authorities or to someone on your friends list in the event of an emergency such as a break-in. Or you can just hit the siren button to attempt to scare off any would-be intruders. If you require 4K video recording, it'll cost an extra $1.99 per month per camera. Once the Smart Premier trial expires, you'll no longer have access to recorded video or smart notifications unless you renew your subscription for $9.99 per month with coverage for up to 10 cameras. Arlo also offers a single camera plan with 30 days of storage for $2.99 per month, and a 20 camera plan with 60 days of storage for $14.99 per month. The Ultra uses the same mobile app and web console as the Arlo Pro 2, and Arlo Q cameras. The app opens to a device's screen that displays all of your installed Arlo cameras by name, with a thumbnail of recent activity. To launch a live stream, tap the play arrow for the camera and tap the two arrows to view the stream in full screen mode. At the bottom of the stream window are buttons for muting the speaker, initiating two-way talk, recording video, taking a snapshot, and turning on the spotlight. There's also a camera settings button for checking the battery level, adjusting brightness and motion sensitivity, enabling/disabling 4K streaming, enabling/disabling auto zoom and motion tracking, selecting a video mode, super wide, wide, full, and selecting a power mode, best video, optimized, best battery life. Audio settings allow you to enable/disable the microphone, adjust speaker volume, and enable/disable a reduce wind noise setting that cuts down on background noise. At the very top of the device's screen is a Ready 911 icon for activating the siren, calling 911, or calling a friend. Along the bottom of this screen are devices, library, mode, and settings buttons. The devices button takes you back to the opening screen, and the library button takes you to a screen where you can access all recorded video by date with thumbnails and timestamps. Use the mode button to configure Smart Hub settings for motion and sound detection, enable push and email alerts, and add new devices. Here you can also set up motion and alert schedules, disarm the hub, and use geofencing to activate the hub when you leave the house. The settings screen is where you go to configure smart notifications, upgrade your subscription, configure E911 and friends settings, and change the order of your gadgets on the device screen. There's also a package detection feature that will send an alert when a package has been delivered, but it's in beta and not quite ready for prime time installation and performance. The Arlo Ultra is powered by a battery, which makes it easy to configure and install. I already had the Arlo mobile app installed, but if this is your first Arlo product, you'll have to download the app and create an account. I charged up the camera's battery ahead of time and plugged in the base station, connected it to my router using the included LAN cable, and waited several seconds for the LED to turn blue. I tapped Add New Device at the bottom of the device's screen and selected base station from the list. The device was immediately recognized, so I gave it a name and waited several minutes for the app to search for firmware updates. There were none, and was ready to install the Ultra camera. I tapped Start Adding Cameras, selected Arlo Ultra, made sure the battery was inserted, tapped Continue, and the camera was instantly recognized. I gave it a name and used the positioning screen to confirm that my signal strength was adequate at my installation location. I pressed Continue once again and was finished. The Ultra delivered outstanding 4K video in my tests. Live and recorded video image detail was extremely sharp and remained relatively clear when I zoomed in on my neighbor's license plate across the street. Color night vision also showed excellent detail, but my neighbor wasn't thrilled with the spotlight turning on and off whenever motion was detected, so I switched over to black and white night vision, which was also highly detailed. The camera's 180-degree viewing angle provided wide coverage of my entire front yard and part of my neighbor's yard with very little barrel distortion, and the dual motion sensors were very responsive, although I did have to lower the motion sensitivity to around 35% to prevent false alerts. Push and email notifications arrived swiftly, and the Arlo Smart Motion feature did good job of identifying movement from people, animals, and vehicles. Two-way audio was nice and loud, and the motion tracking, auto zoom, and wind noise reduction features worked wonderfully. I had no trouble viewing video from the Ultra on my TV using an Amazon Fire TV stick, and my IFTTT applet to have a Philips Hue light turn off when the Ultra detected motion worked perfectly. While not quite as loud as the siren built into the Vivint Outdoor Camera Pro, the Ultra's internal siren is loud enough to let unwanted guests